In this next article, also 1961, a registered midwife, Mary Shim, was charged in the High Court with causing the death of a housewife, Lily Tan, 22 years old, by carrying out an illegal abortion on her. She died in the district hospital 3 days after being admitted. So up to 7 years for the woman who goes through an abortion, and doesn't say here how long the midwife was jailed. So she is a registered midwife, and in this case, I think the woman died of infection. But yeah, here you see the use of the word illegal. Next one, another housewife, Teo Tao Nim, 28 years old, also died in the general hospital. A medical officer, Dr. Ratnam, who by the way published a lot of journal articles up to the 90s. Her case was incomplete abortion, so she had an infection of tetanus. Next article. This is a case, 1962, Mrs. Gertrude June Pinto, who had an abortion and died. 34 years old, Mrs. Pinto gave a vital clue to the identity of the mysterious abortionist she went to, whom she had described as an old hen at these things. Dr. Heng Siak Kwang, a private medical practitioner to whom Mrs. Pinto went when her condition got worse, testified that he could have saved her life had she confessed to him that she had attempted criminal abortion. The abortionist was a man named Mustafa. Apparently, he was working at Singapore General Hospital as a hospital assistant or a male nurse when he conducted his nefarious activities at or near the hospital assistant's quarters. Mrs. Pinto died of tetanus as a result of incomplete abortion. The coroner said it's clear that there is an abortionist at present lurking around in the state whose name is Mustafa. Before she died, she told her boyfriend, Mr. Bartholomeus Edwards van Mayen, a marine engineer. Is this guy Dutch? The abortionist's name was Mustafa. We know registered midwives were doing it, bidan were doing it, and in this case, an abortionist. I don't know if he's some kind of bomo or something, because she said that she was afraid that the abortionist would cast an evil charm on her. Okay, so on their last trip to the abortionist, she was told that the abortion was an incomplete one. So then Mustafa recommended Mrs. Pinto to see the doctor. And the doctor said he examined Mrs. Pinto, but she didn't tell him that she had an incomplete abortion. The doctor asked her what was the name of the hospital, but she refused to tell him. She told Dr. Heng that she had passed out something like a piece of meat and was bleeding. She also said she was the mother of 10 children. Doctor said, I asked her whether she had attempted any abortion. She replied she was Catholic. She crossed her heart and swore she did not attempt any criminal abortion on herself. Dr. Heng that Mrs. Pinto had a little lump in the lower part of her abdomen. The diagnosis revealed an incomplete abortion. He gave her antibiotics because of the fever. He advised her to go to the hospital for specialist treatment. He did not give her anti-tetanus because she denied having attempted abortion. And he said, had she confessed to him, he could have saved her life by giving her the anti-tetanus injection. Unfortunately, the next day, Mrs. Pinto deteriorated and she died. In this next article, 1963, a mother of 5 died in an unsuccessful attempt at abortion. Madam Lim Hui Hun, 33 years old, wife of a fishmonger. Also tetanus. The husband had advised his wife to see a sinseh, Chinese physician, and she complained of dizziness. So unfortunately, she died as well. A lot of different actors in this. So we have the dukun or the bomo, we have midwife, registered midwife, and then we have the Chinese sinseh also. 1964, unfortunately, a woman died a few months before her wedding day after she tried to carry out an abortion on herself. Ha Fi Lian, 25 years old, died in the hospital 4 months before her marriage. Self-induced abortion. She complained of fever and pains in her chest and legs. She was given some Chinese medicine. She went to a Chinese physician. She got some herbs and then went to the doctor, medical doctor, and was advised to bring her to the hospital. She died 2 days later. She died of septic poisoning due to the abortion. Another unfortunate case, 17-year-old girl, Tan Xiao Tian from Muar. She had stomach pain. The father sent her to a house for treatment. The following night, he went to fetch her, but she was dead. The doctor suspected an abortion, informed the police about it, and the body had a postmortem examination. 1967. Okay, so finally abortion was to be legalized in Singapore. So we have seen plenty of articles about how abortion leads to infection and death. And so building up to this article, yes, naturally it would be much accepted. By legalizing it, then hopefully, yeah, women won't die from sepsis because they can have a sterile or a clean abortion in a clinic instead. It is estimated that for everyone who is hospitalized, there may be many as 5 women going undetected. This yearly tragedy of suffering and exploitation of thousands of women, which sometimes result in death, must be stopped. The Ministry of Health said with the proposed legalizing of abortion, every child born in Singapore will henceforth be a wanted child, and our women folk will thus be liberated from the clutches of nefarious people who are unscrupulous enough to exploit and profit in the anomalous situation which regards abortion as being an illegal abortion. Unfortunately, another young woman found dead, another victim of abortion, excessive hemorrhage. Maidservant Cheong Kim Chi refused to give her husband the name of the sinseh when she visited for an abortion. She developed lockjaw, tetanus, the next day unconscious, and died 11 days later. Died of tetanus due to septic abortion. Her school servant, Osman bin Ibrahim, told the court today in coroner's court he knew nothing about his wife being pregnant nor that she had an abortion until she died in hospital. Ninggal alias Ara binti Jafar was admitted to KKH, suffering from shock due to abortion. She was then 2 to 3 months pregnant, died of septic abortion 2 days later. 30 December 1969, abortion was passed by 32 votes to 10. See you in the next video.